The Bible says the Jews are black. You understand?
A nation of priests.
They ain't gonna never read you that.
But what happened?
They ain't gonna tell you that the Jews are so-called black people.
This book of the law of the Lord is only for Israel.
It's only a matter of time.
Only for us, it was given to us.
Before the remnant of Israel
That's
wakes
our
up.
Lord.
That's right.
That's our big brother. That's the one that's coming back
And we
for
ride.
us. Back for us.
We come from a bloodline of priests, sold into captivity. Father, break these chains off me, make me free. In time, ambition, 2024 AD. Live from the belly of the beast, Babylon. Should we stay, should we flee? In time's ambition.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, everybody in the chat. Shalom, shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. We're coming back to you with another thankful Thursday. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, man. You know how we do it, man. First and foremost, all praises to the Father, man. And we do so through his only begotten Son, Amashiach, Malachi Shai, man. Coming back to you for another lesson, man. On the what's your position, man? I think, man, this is prophetic, man. Very prophetic, man. You know, it's gonna be a lot of reading tonight. You would like to get your Bible, get your pads out, man, get your pens, take these precepts down, meditate on them. You know what I'm saying? Consume them, right? So they can be a part of you, man, right? Brothers put time in to get this word. Brothers laying a brick. Brothers want to see the kingdom built. Brother want to see, you know, the Most High send his Son so he can come and rescue us from this captivity that we're in.
That's right. That's right. And we just want to make sure that we give you the same edification that we're giving ourselves, so that we don't end up becoming hypocrites in giving like what in our position, you know,
Right.
because we're here before you, and we don't want to be hypocrites in the sight of our people, and we don't want to be hypocrites in the sight of the eyes of the Most High as well.
That's right. That's right.
All right, because this lesson, it was put together. Chief been working on this lesson, like it, so he can bring it to you, so we can have that edification. And it makes me think of the verse in Sirach. It's Sirach 33 and verse 17. It says, "Consider that I labored not for myself only," because we don't just do this just for ourselves, just for our own learning, just so that we can keep this knowledge secret, or the words, or the how it's brought to us from the Spirit to ourselves. Continuing on in verse 17, but for all them that seek learning. So if you own this class, you are seeking learning.
That's right.
This is for you. This word is for you.
That's right. That's right. That's a beautiful precept, man. I told you, man, I love the book of Sirach, man, but that's a beautiful precept to come out, man. That is true. You on here tonight, man. You're here to learn, man. You're here to eat, man. Right? There's no need for anybody to try to force feed this upon you, man. Open your spirit up willingly, man. Like the Lord said in Luke 24 and 45, when he said he opened the disciples up to this understanding and knowledge, right? He got to open us up as well, right? In order for us to get this truth, he got to open it up to us, man. In spite of everything that's happening, in spite of everything that's going on, man, we still got to eat. We still got to eat.
That's right. That's right. We gotta eat, and we gotta feed the sheep.
That's right.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta eat and feed the sheep. And so that's what we're gonna do. We the servants of the Most High. Hey, we gotta do exactly what he gives us to do, and how to do it.
That's right, man. That's what we look forward to, man. Strengthening, iron sharpening iron, building up each other, man. You know, staying true to one another in this thing, man. And wanting to see this kingdom built, man. The kingdom that's being built is the kingdom that's going to last forever. It's not ever going to be destroyed. It's not ever going to crack. It's not going to ever have folly, and it's not ever going to fall. It's going to stand forever. That's what we preparing ourselves for, man. That's what we got to get ready for, man. And by us coming on here tonight, man, to teach the nation of Israel, man, we're going to sow this lesson into you, man. Sow it into your hearts and minds, man. Right? One of the favorite books, man, in Joshua. Hey, we got to meditate on this day and night, man.
That's right.
Even when we going to work, going to school, times that we have when we can take a break or so, we still got to meditate on the word, man, 24/7, right? So I'm looking forward to it tonight, man. To this, it's a lot of information. It really is, man. Not going to try to overload Israel tonight, but just try to get you to the point, man, where you can understand that when the Most High created you, He created you for a reason and a purpose, and He's placed you in a great position, man. Especially if you of Israel.
That's right. That's right. Especially if you're from Israel. Yeah, that's who gets all the blessings. Like it say in Romans 9, say who are Israelites. Let me get there just real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, this is Romans 9:4, and it says, "Who are Israelites? To who pertaineth," meaning like it's who belong, the things that belong to them, like it's the adoption of sons to be the sons of God, like it's in the glory that comes with the kingdom,
Mm,
in the covenants, the old and the new, right? Meaning like that was for the house of Israel and the house, and it's for Judah, right? That's all it's for, right? And then he said the giving of the law and the service of God and
right.
the promises. Those are the things that all pertain to the Israelites.
That's right. That's
Now,
right. That's right. That's why that goes right along with what we're going into tonight about your position. Like this
mm,
is all about Israel, right? The Lord made you and created you and put you as the top. You the top running. You the top. The top of all nations, right? You in the top position of them all, of all positions, man. And we got to get you to understand that and know that tonight, man. Right?
con, con. It's
So
gonna be a beautiful lesson.
beautiful lesson. And we're gonna start this thing off, Israel. Want to say shalom to all the brothers and all the sisters, man. A big shalom to the elders, man, for keeping this truth up above the surface, man, for us, man. Right? And
Uh,
always being able to look back to our forefathers and see how they did it so we can do it. Right? Shalom.
that's right.
Shalom to the nation of Israel, man. All praises to the
Shalom.
Most High God, man. Right? For this lesson tonight, man. Just give a
That's
little
right.
feedback on it, man. We talked about it a little bit already, man, about addressing a couple of people in their nations as far as broke that whole segment down of Esau and Jacob, all the way down from Cain to Abel, right? Understanding what their positions was and their purposes was, and read it, and showing you that all through the Bible from the beginning to the end, the Most High is giving a commandment and position to everything. We're going to pull out
Right.
precepts on suns and snow and whatever it may be. We're going to pull the whole thing out tonight, right? And
That's right.
show you that everything, and read a couple of precepts, man, that you can see with your own eyes. Validate this in your life, man. Validate it,
Con.
right? Keep this thing as the apple of your eye and don't lose it, man. Remember, man, hey, in order for us, man, to see what God sees, man, we have to come back to his laws, man. You can't see, you can't walk, you can't breathe, you can't function right without being in the laws of the Most High God, man. Right? This is something they have not taught us since we've been in them church buildings, man. They taught us the opposite, how to break the law, that its position doesn't matter, right? Purpose doesn't matter, man. Just do whatever you want and live how you want to want. No, man. We're gonna prove it tonight, man. Israel, you are positioned to be a hierarchy, high rank. The Most High created you to be governor of the whole world. The world was created for your sake. Shalom, shalom,
All right, brother Bill. Shalom.
shalom. Kind, you know. So we gonna get right into it as the brothers and sisters are tuning in right now, man. You know, you want me to start it off, King?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's go with Crip to the Exodus chapter 3. Let's go to Exodus chapter 3, verse 3 and 4. And then, Baba Kashai, let's drop to 11 and read to 15.
Okay, this is Exodus 3 and verse 4. And it reads, "And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am.
Go to 11 and 15 for me. So listen, here is Moses is turned aside, and he tells the Lord has called him, and he said, Here am I. Moses acknowledging, I'm here where I'm supposed to be at this moment, right? You've called me, I'm here now. Now I got to find out, what is it that you called me for? A lot of us don't understand that. A lot of us turn around, man, and don't realize that the Most High has called you and called you for a purpose and called you for a reason. Your position in the nation of Israel matters to the Most High, right? It matters to him to a point where he's just called Moses and said, Moses, and Moses said, Here I am. Tonight, Israel, you will have to say that to the Most High, Here I am, and find out your position like Moses did. Let's go to 11 and 15, chapter 3, verse 11, and read down to 15, Bible shot.
I got you. This is verse 11. And Moses said unto God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?
Moses is starting to like a little tell the Lord, I've been to Egypt. I know exactly how they run it. I know the authority and the power that's there. How is it that you want me to go? Now he's questioning his position. You might get this wrong, Lord. You might need to send someone else because I know who I am. Oftentimes, Israel asks that themselves. They say, Who am I to go do this work? And why would you place me in this position to do that when you can get somebody else that's quite higher or even maybe even better than me? But remember, the Most High makes no mistakes. I wouldn't call you if I didn't call you. I wouldn't have chosen you if I did not want you chosen. I know I'm right all the time. I can't make a mistake. You said it. Here I am. You're here now. Now let me put you in your position. Go ahead, guy.
Verse 12. And he said, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain.
So this is the beautiful thing about this. When he places us in position, we need to understand he's got to be with us. Just like he just told Moses, I'm going to be with you certainly. If you ever in a position and you're not having the Most High there with you, you're out of position. You're not supposed to be there. Moses, he's told him, I'm going to certainly be with you. And while I'm with you, you're going to bring the children of Israel so that they can serve me. Go ahead, Baba Kashai.
Verse 13. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you.
So God's telling Moses, this is your position. I'm sending you to the children of Israel. You're going to go tell them, I am that I am. I'm that one that exists. They understand this. They know this. They know who the Most High is, man. Right? Even in their captivity, the Lord is telling Moses, this is what I've called you for. Right? I haven't called anybody else other than you. I place everyone on earth that's walking the face of the earth to do exactly what I want them to do. And tonight, we will prove that. We will prove some precepts to show you that there is nothing operating without the Most High say so. Right? He runs the whole earth, runs it. Telling Moses right here, I'm sending you. I'm not sending anybody else. There's nobody else here but me and you. I'm sending you. What that means? It means that no one else can take the seat of Moses. No one else can walk this path other than him. This is his job. This is his purpose. Right. Of all the children of Israel that's been in Egypt, why? If all the Levites, he could have chosen anyone of all the 12 tribes. Yet I'm choosing Moses for this. Go ahead, Baba Kashai.
Verse 15. And God said, moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
This is my memorial to all generations when we can look back and acknowledge the position Moses had as he walked the earth. that the Lord used him to deliver the children of Israel out of their captivity, right? That's the beauty thing about this whole thing tonight is recognizing where you're supposed to be in the kingdom, effectively in the kingdom, helping the kingdom grow, doing what you're supposed to do to see the kingdom expand and extend, right? Just like Moses. Moses said, look, I'm here. And the Most High said, I'm choosing you to be the deliverer of the children of Israel. That's your position and that's your job, right? Who else can we look at and see that does the exact same thing, but in a different way? Yes, true enough with similarities, but it's all for the good. It's all for the purpose. It's all for the greater cause, right? Let's look at David real quick, right? Let's go to 1 Samuel. Let's go to 2 Samuel 5 and I think 3 and 4 real quick, Baba Kashai.
This is 2 Samuel 5 and verse 3.
Hold on, Baba Kashai. Let me Salakia.
Okay.
Let me start with 1 Samuel 16. And I think I want to go 1 through 15. First,
1 through 15.
Yeah, let's go there first.
Okay. 1 Samuel.
Yeah. Let's go to 1 Samuel
16, 1 through 15.
Right. Let's go.
And it reads, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him for reigning over Israel? Fill thy horn with oil and go. I will send thee to Salakia. I will send thee to Jesse, the Bethlehemite. There you go. For I have provided me a king among his sons.
The Lord has now rejected Saul. Saul, you lived out your position, but remember what we read about earlier, what he told Moses, I will be with you. If the Lord is not with you, you're out of position. Saul got out of position because he disobeyed God. The Most High wasn't with him no more. He failed at his position, right? So now the Lord is telling Samuel, look, I got another king. I got someone else for this position that I know about. Now, keep in mind as we begin to read this on down, Samuel is already like mourning over Saul, like thinking Saul was the greatest king that ever was the king of Israel. The Lord then gave you time to mourn. But guess what? I got someone else. That's why it's important that we continue to operate in the spirit of truth, man. That's why it's important that we continue to stand and hold on to the Most High, no matter what. You still got to hold on to him, because if you lose him like Saul, you're going to be out of position. And then the enemy can do whatever he wants with you, right? Let's continue reading, Baba Kashai.
Verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I come to sacrifice to the Lord. And call Jesse to sacrifice, and I will shew thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him who I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully? And he said, peacefully. I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves, and come with me to sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons, and called them to the sacrifice.
Who's going to be the sacrifice for the Lord? Who's going to be the one to pick up the mantle and carry it now that Saul has been rejected? Now someone else has to carry this thing. And who is that? So here's the sons. Keep this in mind now, man, because the Lord already told him, go to that Bethlehemite. I already got a king, right? Samuel don't have a clue who it is. As we continue reading, he's going to kind of go on the outside, like we normally do in life. Look on the outside of things, man, right? Watch how the Lord break this thing down, and watch how the Most High shows this. Go ahead, guy.
Verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come, that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I've refused him. For the Lord seeth not as men seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
See, the Lord knows the heart. No
Mm.
man knows another man's heart. You can't address that other man, be like, I know you like the Lord knew. Hey, you don't know the heart like I know the heart.
That's right.
You looking at the outside and saying, man, this man look feeble. He look weak. He's a child. These guys right here, his brothers, how many is it? About like 7 of them. He like, they got the experience. They got all the qualifications. They've been in several wars and done warn. Truly, you have to be one of these. But the Lord said, I don't choose like man choose. I don't see like man see. I don't operate like man operate. I don't think like man, and my ways are much higher than man. Because man like to try to take the Most High and put him in a box. How you gonna box up something you can't even catch? You can't even touch, right? So here is Samuel saying, wait a minute, man. It's got to be one of these guys right here that's going to be called to be the next king. Watch what the Most High.
Verse 8. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Then Jesse made Shammah or Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither have the Lord chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord have not chosen these.
Now, let's hold it right there, because you know what, a lot of people gonna try to look at that and say, look, he didn't even choose the Israelites. This is a totally different situation, y'all. He didn't choose them to be king. That's what he didn't choose them for. He didn't say he didn't choose them, man, because they don't fit. He's saying, look, you're not king. Yes, y'all was created, y'all position, war, protect. Y'all got all the accolades when it comes to that. But as coming to be a king, I need someone that's not going to just be king for a day or a week or a month. The Most High is looking for an eternity. He's looking for an extension. I need someone that's going to be a king that's going to rule my people in righteousness, man. He knows David's heart. Samuel don't know. He's looking at these brothers like it. The Lord ain't choose none of them. And some of them got some body counts. They've been in war, so they know how to kill. They know how to hunt. They know all these things. But the Lord has not chose you for this position. He chose one man for this position, right?
Oh, just to add on to that, just like it's like you were giving out talking about the accolades of like they know how to fight, the warriors. And like if the Lord said, like I don't look on the outward appearance, but the inward, but I look at the heart. Like now think about that. These people, like these men are probably great leaders. But the Lord said, oh, he a good leader. Like, yeah, they're good leaders. They got good, they do this and that well. But I know the heart of the person that I want.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. On point. That's right.
Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest. And behold, he kept the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal of beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
That's a shocker to Samuel at that point. He don't look nothing like a king. So you sure this is, he don't look nothing like it? The Lord said, I don't look at the outer appearance. I know his heart. Something that no man knows. I know his heart. You going off what he looks like. I'm not going off that. This is he that I'm putting in this position to be king over the children of Israel. As you stated before, there can't be another one of these other brothers cannot do what I position him to do. If they could do it, I would have chose them for it. See, the Most High knows what we can do and what we can't do.
That's right.
He understands that. We don't have to try to put it in words or put it the best way to fit. He understands our weaknesses. He understands our strengths. He
That's right.
understands our limits. And he should, because he created us. He knows us better than we know ourselves.
That's right.
So let's stop trying to figure that thing out, man, and say, wait a minute, man. I believe I'm better at this and I can do this. Do what he's positioned you to do. That's your lesson tonight. Wherever he has placed you, wherever he has positioned you at in life, do it to your best ability, just like Moses and just like Daniel right here. David we're talking about,
David.
right? As we get deeper and down and for real quickly, Bible Shah, can we get 1 Samuel 24, chapter 24, verse 16 to 21? Because what happens is when we become in our position, the enemy himself or whoever it may be will acknowledge at that moment, yeah, I understand, like Saul, the Lord has put you king now. I have to get out of the way and allow your purpose to spring forth, right? He's going to speak on that thing, man. He understands. Like, let me move out of the way, man. Let me let you have this thing, man.
Mm. You said 1 Samuel
Yeah, chapter 24, verse 16 to 21.
16:21. I got you. This is 1 Samuel 24:16. And it came to pass when David had made an end of speaking these words unto Saul, that Saul said, Is this thy voice, my son David? And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. And he said to David, Thou art more righteous than I,
Mm,
for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. And thou hast shewed this day how much thou hast dealt well with me. For as much as when the Lord had delivered me into thy hand, thou killest me not.
mm,
For if a man find his enemy, will he let him go well away? Wherefore the Lord rewarded thee good for that thou hast done unto me this day. And now behold, I know well that thou surely shalt be king,
mm-hmm,
and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thy hand.
mm.
Swear now, therefore, unto me by the Lord, that thou wilt not cut off my seed after me, and that thou wilt not destroy my name out of my father's house.
Here is Saul agreeing now. I understand now. You're the next king. So I would like for you to promise me, because that's your position that you're moving into. That's your promotion, as they like to say at these jobs. You want a promotion? This is David's promotion. David's moving up to be king. Saul saying, look, don't kill my seed. Don't take, because if you kill my seed off, my house is destroyed. It's gone off the face of the earth. But
Mhm.
David wasn't the one that did that. Guess who did that? The Most High. Saul's sons fell with him because all of this that he did to his brother, because his brother was being righteous. Most High couldn't let that go. He was like, man, I got to get you on that. You ain't got to worry about David. I'm going to do it. He agreed. David, it's your position now. I fell out of place, and oftentimes that's what a lot of us do. We get so caught up in everything, man. Next thing you know it, man, we fall out. When all Saul had to do, man, was obey the Lord. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. We got to keep that. We got to do that. We got to make sure we obedience to this thing. You know why? Because everything around us, from the elements, are obey the commandments. They obedience. They obey. We're going to read some of that tonight. Everything listens and obeys to the Lord. Now David is king. That's his position. That's his purpose in life, is to rule Israel. And you want to know something? David didn't grow up under the knowledge and understanding. He was out there. He was a man of the sheep, killing everything. All of a sudden, he's 30 years old.
Hmm.
You know how some people say, man, I'm 30. I'm old. Shit. David was 30 when he came as the king, sat on that throne. Say what you want, man, but that was a young, to me, that's young still. But 30 years old and I'm ruling, that's amazing, man. Still a little bit into his prime, right? Because David understand now that I'm in this position, I got to do all the things that's necessary to make sure that this position is fulfilled. I got to. I can't be doing something else while I'm here. I got to be doing what the Most High placed me here to do. Because when he do it, soon enough, the enemy that's trying to kill you is going to see it and finally give in to that thing and say, truly, truly, the Most High is with you. Your righteousness exceeded mine. And I've been trying to kill you, and here you is constantly showing me love. That's some real love, man. David had plenty of chances to wipe this man out, and he chose not to because David still respected him as the man of the Lord. He's anointed, man. I can't raise my hand against his brother, man. That's spilling my own blood within inside my own nation. I can't do that. I don't care how mad I cannot spill my brother's blood. Right? Let's take a little farther. Let me get that real quick, Baba Kashan. I'm gonna turn it over to you, man.
Hey, Shalom for the code.
Oh, Shalom, Shalom.
Actually, I don't know if you want to address this right now. That's a
Go
question in the chat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. How do we this is Brother Bill. It says, how do we absolutely know what position the Most High places us in?
Kind. That's a beautiful.
I'll leave that up there for a minute.
Yeah, keep it up in iron too, because you won't have to fight. You never have to fight what the Most High has called you for. Remember what I read earlier when I showed you how Moses went up and said, wait a minute, maybe it's somebody else, Most High. And the Most High said, no, it's you. It comes to a time in our lives, man, where we got to learn how to accept the call. These are calls that we're reading out tonight for the children of Israel. Moses was called, David was called, and I got plenty more to bring out to you tonight to see how you are called for the Most High God. Now, keep in mind, man, we ain't in Christianity. We ain't in paganism. We ain't in that Catholicism no more, man. Where they tell you, hey, if you can sing, then you a singer. If you can preach, then you a preacher. We're not into none of that stuff, man. The Most High said, my people know my voice. They hear my voice. They are called by my name, right? And you know when you are chosen, man, when you turn around, man, and you open your life up and you give it to the Most High God. And every attribute in your life, you give it to him. You don't fight him by saying, okay, I know I'm supposed to keep the Sabbath, but I'm not keeping it. I know I'm supposed to not eat swine's flesh, but I'm still going to eat it. Is that not what Greek mythology has taught Christians today? That you can break the laws of God and still know your position in life? No, you can't. We just brought out what happened to Brother Saul. When he turned, he didn't have the Lord with him. The Lord left him. So he didn't know his position after that at all. In order for you to know when the Most High has called you and placed you in a position, you have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. And he will begin to guide and direct and lead your life where you're supposed to be. Like we're reading tonight, how he guided and directed Moses' life. Moses wasn't on that river drift. He didn't go there by his own self. The Most High led him the whole way. Everything is predestined from the beginning to happen according to his election. So he's telling him, hey, Moses, I'm going to guide you through here, raise you up in Israel. But guess what? You're going to lead you're going to be the deliverer of Israel. You're going to lead the children of Israel out. How can we hear God's voice if we are enemies to the Most High? What makes us an enemy to the Most High? Breaking his laws, man. We can't, like Saul. Saul broke a law. He's gone. He couldn't hear him no more. We can't have that same mind frame. It's easy now that you see all this folly and stuff on TV and stuff, man. People in church now wearing dress, man leading choirs now with dresses on. Abomination. And they telling you, I'm called by the Most High God. They believe this stuff. Clapping and hallelujah. The Lord accepts this. The Lord is nowhere to deal with abomination, man. Anything that's wicked and mad, he ain't got no part of at all. If we do exactly what he created us to do, then we won't have to worry about the things that most people worry about of these other nations, man. Israel is special. And that's a good question for our viewers to understand. How do you know your position of the Most High God? Can you really set up and say, yes, I know what the Lord wants for me and where he's placed me and what I'm supposed to do? Can you really say that? If you turn around and do something that totally goes against what he told you not to do. How? Anybody can come up and say, guess what? I know God. And people say, oh, you know God, sang a couple of songs, follow him. Seen one thing on TV, man, where this church van dude put on the internet that he got a farm. He would like people to come and work for him. He's willing to pay them $1,000 a week. Of course, you're going to get a lot of hits on that, especially with the economy and how money is and everything. The expenses in America so high. And the dude called him up, got a hold of him, and told him, man, I want to come and work for you. I can do it. I'm a good worker. He come up, get the dude, take him to the spot where the field at and everything, kills the dude. He used church as his weapon. Like, guess what? Y'all ain't gonna know that I'm really a devil and I'm really killing people. All I gotta do is put a word on my van, God, church, and that's gonna be good enough. And people look at that and be like, oh, he's a Christian, so I better follow him. Follow him right into a snare and a snap. In order for you to know your position, you got to keep the laws. I have not seen any prophet in the Bible not keep the law. I've seen Moses on down, right? The Lord put them all in position. How will he have someone ruling Israel, man, that's not obedient to him? If that's the case, he would have never destroyed Saul. He would have just left him. Keep the laws. And that's what we're teaching about every one of these men and stuff. And I'm glad that's up, man, because we're going to pull that precept out. I want to hold that when we're going to get to the Maccabees, right? Because we're going to bring that thing out tonight, man. Okay. How important it is to be zealous for the law, man, right? So I'm glad you got the equipment. We're going right into that. All praises to the Most High God, man, right? You want to add something to that, Hezzy?
Nah, I don't have much to say on that one. Are you going to touch on, did you have anything you want to touch on with Jonah?
Oh, what? Go ahead. You can. I mean,
no, I would just feel like it's just to talk about the position, like it that we're talking about. Saul, right. He gave up his position by being disobedient. And sometimes, hey, look, you can't get away from the position that the Most High wants to put you in, because it made me think of Jonah. Jonah tried to run from his position.
He did. That's a good point.
He tried, and the Lord said, He did. I ain't letting you off that easy. Nah, you look at, I got a job for you. I got you. I'm put you in this position because that's where I have need of you at.
Right.
Not because Jonah was the most righteous man or he was well favored by the people. He said, hey, I got a job for you. He said, I have a position I need you to fill.
That's right.
He ran away from it, and then he had that he had nothing. He couldn't do anything but turn to it.
That's right. He had no choice.
He had no choice but to turn to it. So you got to be you will know, like you were saying, you will know what your position is, because you can't get away from your position. The Most High put you in. He may want to elevate you, or he may want to humble you.
Yes.
But that's the position that the Most High puts you in.
That's right. Only you. And that's important. That's a great point, man. You cannot run from your position. Hey, we read that earlier. Moses tried to run. Hey, you might be picking the wrong one here. Huh? Most High said, no, I got the right one. I don't need to look through everybody. It's you. I got you for this. Right? Don't run from your calling. Don't run from your position, and don't run from the purpose. Stick in there, man. There's a reason why the Most High placed you there in the first place. I'm talking about, man, you get to a point, you try to run, man, that thing gonna start eating you up like it did Jonah. He jumping on the ship, man, he heading out. I mean, the Lord ain't gonna see me here. Somebody should have told the brother, man, the Lord is everywhere. He's above the heavens. He's on the earth, and he's beneath. He's everywhere. Where can you go that his eyes cannot see? Jonah feel like I could just ante up and I'm gone. Hey, but when he came up aboard and he told them that the Most High was angry at him and they draw sticks, hey, them brothers on there didn't hesitate to throw him clean over. You know, many a times you see a storm rage, you be like, brother, you crazy? I ain't gonna throw you over. That thing gonna suck you up and you're gonna be dead. He was like, nah, y'all gotta toss him over. They was like, Hail Mary, Humpty Day, that, and they just threw the guy. He ho, you got to go. Hell, if you go, then all of us going, right?
Yeah.
And that was a way of them telling him, you can't run from your position. Get to your job. Get to your purpose. Get on there. You ain't supposed to be here. You in the wrong spot.
Dang.
And that's a great point. That's a very great point. And I hope y'all get that. Go to the book of Jonah and read that. Right?
Yeah. Great. And it's not a really long read. It's not going to take you 2-3 days to read it. You can read it you can have Jonah read in an hour.
Quick.
It's a quick read, but it has good points to it. Really good points.
That's right. Kind.
And that's why I love the word. I thank the Most High for preserving this word so that we can learn from it. We can learn these lessons from His word, because like a lot of us walk through life just doing things. We go off of how we feel about it one day, or we might feel about it the next day. But but the word is our surety. We can always turn to the word and be like, how did they handle it?
Right.
How the Lord told them to do something. Man, sometimes I feel the Lord tell me to do something and I don't want to do it. But then I read Jonah. I'm like, man, I can't really escape when the Lord want me to do something.
You can't.
You can't. He'll just force you into it. It also, and that brings back to that Sirach 2, when it tells you that when the Lord brings you to a lower state, if that be your position, let me read it real quick. This is Sirach 2 and verse 4. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient without change to a lower state. Because one day the Lord might have need of you all the way up here. He might need you to be the king, like in Saul's case, but then you mess up, or the Lord needs you in a different position. He brings you down low to make you the example for all of Israel. Because we're learning from Saul right here. The Lord wanted him to do exactly what he wanted him to do. He didn't do it. The Lord said, yeah, I got a new position for you. You're gonna be below, and I'm gonna elevate someone on high so that we can show later on, hey, this is the lesson to learn from. The Lord tell you to do something, do it, because you might be on top one day, and then the Lord can just take it all away, just like that.
In a blink of an eye. And you can be like, damn, what just happened? That's the Lord, man. Right? And that would have, you know what? And I probably should have read, I was going to read on down to 15 and 16, where it says the Lord put the evil spirit on Saul.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't just come. The Lord put it there.
Oh, I can read that. I can read that real quick if you want to.
Yeah. If you want to, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. This is I'll. 13. I stopped at 13.
Yeah.
It said, and then Samuel, this is 1 Samuel 16 and 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the spirit of the Lord came upon David. Just another side note, not a baptism of water.
Nope.
But the spirit of the Lord came on him.
That's right. That's right.
He didn't need to be dunked in any water for the spirit of the Lord.
That's a great point, man.
And it said, and came upon David from that day forth. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. But the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Good Lord. The evil spirit from the Lord. So when you're not in your position and you're not doing what he created you or placed you to do, he causes a spirit, an evil spirit, to come and trouble you.
That's right.
That's why it's so important that we never get out of position, Israel. Right. Don't get out. I don't care what's going on. The whole house can be falling down on fire. You stand right there so the Lord can place his spirit on you like he did David. Look what happened when he removed his spirit from Saul. That's it. It was a closed book. It was over. Yeah. You still can believe you have him. You still can believe that he's still on my side. But you want to know exactly when the Lord is not dealing with you no more.
That's
Just
right.
like he did with Saul. I'm not dealing with you no more, man. I blew your candle out.
Mm-hmm.
No one can revive that. No one can relight that.
Mm-mm.
So we gotta stay in position. Like Moses, we gotta keep him on the side with us, man. We gotta stand with the Lord. No matter what goes on, we still gotta stand with him. Because when he remove his spirit, you alone. You have no defense at all.
Mm. I just thought about something to your analogy. You were saying he blew out his candlestick. After you blow, like if you have a candle and be lit, and then, like if you won't have no problem with it, but then when you blow it out, that's when the smoke come, right? That's when
Mm,
the smoke come, and you'll smell that weird smell. It was like it's like, oh, the candle, you know, the candle don't went
you
out now.
know
You
it.
can see,
Huh,
like
huh.
it's you got to think about that. The Lord said, like, and when we gave our sacrifices thing, he was like, oh, that's a sweet savor in my nose, in the like it's, but he said the smoke. He said he didn't like that smoke in his nostrils, right? They said the Lord said, hey, your bad deeds are like smoke in his nostrils. Think about that. He blew out his candlestick, but
Mm,
Saul just kept doing bad stuff right behind that. So that became smoke in the Most High's nostrils.
that's right. That's right. Huh. That's right on point. Hey, take that for real. Man, that's beautiful, man. That's
Oh, we got
beautiful.
a precept up here. Brother Kobe from James out of the Living Bible says a Christian who doesn't amount to much in this world should be glad, for he is great in the Lord's sight. Okay, because it doesn't amount. So I'm guessing how it's reading that from that. It's
Right.
just saying, hey, you might not mean nothing to the world, but you great to the Lord.
Kind.
That's a different position. Where like it's celebrities, you look at them and be like, oh man, these are great people. But then you like it's but when we see like just your everyday person just keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, they just like, oh, that's just some brothers out there in the streets trying to teach. But the Lord's like, oh, they're beautiful and great in my sight, but the
Mhm.
world might not look on like that.
Not at all.
So
At all.
that's a
Right.
good that's a good precept to go with that. Like
Yeah.
it's to show the different positions that you hold. The world might
Mm.
not think nothing of you, like it, but the Lord thinks you're great in His sight.
And that's the big thing too. Because just because the world don't think nothing, it means nothing to the Most High. The Most High knows what he created you for. He
Hmm.
knows the position that he ain't worried about their acceptance or their approval. Right? The Most High already assigned it. Once he signed it and approved it, you don't need man's approval at all. So that's a great precept, man, to show you, man. Right? That's why it's important. It's important, man, that Israel understand we're not just here to be here. We're here for a reason. We're here for a purpose, and we placed here for someone that that placed us here and told us, "Hey, you're going to be here, and all these other people you're going to rule over." But they don't tell us that. They
Mm-mm.
tell us we're supposed to be equal. We're supposed to walk together. We bleed red. We all bleed red, right?
Mm.
They just believe this, man. We don't have to. Y'all, there's no such thing as a person above each other. But I do recall 1960 segregation. Why did that exist?
Mm. Segregation.
If we're equal, why did that exist? Why ain't y'all talking about that? And then when you start bringing up the past, people get angry because the past teaches you who your enemy is. It's going to show
That
you
ain't
who
good.
they are. It's going to show you exactly who they are. Ever since he placed us in this position, they've been attacking us. They've been doing this for centuries, man.
Mm.
Generations. Trying to wipe us clean off the face of the earth, man. Because we got special people. We is chosen people, the chosen nation, man. They walk around and say, man, that their skin is the most beautiful skin in the world when they get that from us.
Mm.
They the most anointed and blessed people in the world where they get that from us. They the ones, man, that everybody's gonna look up to because they the most superior race. They got that from us. Show one thing in the Bible that they ever done on their own or created. The Bible tells you thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. They robbed, raped, murdered, killed, then turned around and said, now you can't kill.
Mm-hmm.
Got that from us.
Mm.
The laws set us in place to keep us straight with the Most High God. Here they come along, man, trying to remove us and place themselves there. You can't be in a position if the Most High didn't place you there. He knows every man's heart, and he's given Israel his heart.
That's right.
That's the beautiful thing about it, man. He has given no other nation his heart. He only gave it to Israel. That's why we can love him and serve him, right? Even let me get one precept real quick, Bible Shah.
Okay.
Psalms 147, 15, and 16. Psalms. Let's get that real quick.
You said 15 and 16?
Yeah, 147, 15, and 16.
I got you.
Okay, all right.
It's in Psalms 147, 15 and 16. Say he sendeth forth his commandments upon earth. His word runneth very swiftly. He giveth snow like wool and scattered the hoarfrost like ashes.
You hear that? That's a commandment. He said he's sending forth his commandment. Hey, snow obeys the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
It knows when to fall, when to stop. He's giving commandments to everything. On the face of the earth, there is nothing. And you want to know what happens when he gives these commandments? Hey, get the verse. Go to chapter 148 right there, quick, Bob Shine. Read verse 3 and verse 8 for me.
Got you. This is Psalms 1. This is Psalm 148 and verse 3. It says, praise ye him, sun and moon. Praise him, all ye stars of light.
You know how they praise him? They obey him.
Mm-hmm.
The sun shines and rise when he's supposed to because the Lord told him when to rise, when to shine. Mm-hmm. As well as the moon, as he placed the stars in the sky. They all obey him. That's how you praise him. When you keep the laws of the Most High God, that's how you praise him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get verse 8 real quick, Bible Shot.
Verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy winds fulfilling his word.
You hear that? The commandment. Fire fall, wind blows, storms, lightning. They obey. Right.
That's right.
Tonight, Israel, we must obey. He's given all these elements, commandments, as well as he's given us. You want to love me? Keep my commandments. You want to praise me? Keep my commandments. They keep it. That's why it's so important to the Most High. That's how you know it's important. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You have now people taking something that don't belong to them and trying to make it fit for themselves. What are we saying about this? Let's go into this one too, man. Can you pull that one up too, Bobby Kashai, that a rainbow?
What was that?
Can you pull up that photo that we got in the private chat, the first one, and share it with the screen about the LGBT, the rainbow?
I do not see it on my end. Mm-mm.
Can you go to the chat and grab it?
No, give me a second.
Yeah, let's pull that out and show you that even the rainbow has a position itself. That they're not going to teach you in church, and just because someone can take it and use it to fit their ideology doesn't mean that it changes for what God has created it for.
For some reason, it's not showing up in my chat either.
I think I can pull it up though. I probably can do it. You want me to try it?
Oh, yeah. If you don't,
let me see if
you
I
don't mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just didn't show. I only got the one that one link that we were talking about earlier.
Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Not sure why it didn't.
Let me see if I can get. Okay. Can you see this?
Oh yeah, you can see that. All the perversions that they've done with the Lord's rainbow.
With the Lord's rainbow. But we're going to show you tonight, Israel. Look at this. Look what they're using it for. These colors. And see, don't tell me that they don't steal our stuff, man. They wouldn't know nothing about this unless they looked into the Bible. It's like, look, but because they are an abomination to the Most High God, they don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't have a clue. This very act of abomination, he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, took it off the face of the earth. Now, America tells you It's okay. It's funny how man seem to think that he can place himself in the Most High's judgment seat, take over, and make all the rules now. Now he get to change everything. You no longer have to worry about this. It belongs to us. Well, tonight, let's see about that, right? Bible Shah, let's get it. Genesis 9 and 13.
Okay. Yeah. This is Genesis, he said 9 and verse 13. And it reads, oh, can I, let me start up at 12.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me start up at 12.
Point. Yeah, I was just about to say, hey, go ahead.
Yeah, so we want to make sure everybody knows who said this. This is Genesis 9 and 12. And it says, and God said, or Yahweh said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. Dang.
Keep going with it, Bible Shah.
Oh, kind. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
And what? Keep going.
And I will remember my covenant, which shall be between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh.
That's why the rainbow is created. It was created to remind the Most High not to do that what he done before by flooding the earth and the covenant that he has made with the children of Israel. Here you are taking the bow now, using it for your abomination. Using it, telling everybody, hey, man, this thing was created for us. That ain't what the Bible says. The Most High created the rainbow to place it in the sky so he can remember not to flood all flesh again in his covenant that he has made.
Man, you know what's so funny? I remember when I was little, I used to like drawing rainbows because you look at them and you can see the beauty that the Most High did. He's like, I'm gonna put that, bam. And then if you see one outside, you're like, man. And when I see one, I'm thinking, man, that's beautiful,
ain't it?
But then, and then here comes the adversary. Adversary is the God, and they pervert what he made beautiful to mean something that's an abomination.
Wow. And they have no remorse at all. No. They don't even care how it makes the Most High feel, man.
Shoot. Let one of them tell you. They're like, oh, God's okay with that because God is love and love is love.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It don't make no sense. The Bible don't contradict itself. He wouldn't have killed and blew up Sodom and Gomorrah in the cities that were around because he didn't want them to leave and get out. He wanted to get every last one of them. It makes no sense at all. Love is love. Come on, man. We know love is keeping the law.
Right. That's how we love God and our people.
Exactly. And that's just madness, man. To take something that's holy, man, and try to bring it down, man, amongst the dogs, man. And just because you tarnish what you tarnish, by you can't grab the rainbow or touch it. You can only take the colors and say, hey, man, this fit us. But the Most High know exactly why he placed that rainbow there. That ain't changing.
Never.
Even the angels understand position. They understand the commandments of the Most High. They listen. Just like the weather, just like the rainbow, even angels, man. Right? Let me give you one precept on that real quick, unless you got one, Hezzy.
No, you good.
So let's get Psalms 103, verse 20. Got a precept on that one that I like. Got a word that I like.
I got you.
You got it?
Yep. This is Psalms 103 and verse 20. It said, "Bless the Lord, Yahweh, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word."
They understand the word. They understand the commandments. They listen. They listen to the Most High. They understand their position, why they are where they at. Gabriel, Michelangelo, they all understand their position in life.
That's right.
Everything that was made and created was according to the Most High's election. He chose to place everyone, even kings, Pharaoh, on down the line. He made Pharaoh great, like the Bible says. Made him great and put him in a position to be where no one could touch him. Most High said, "You're gonna be so great, no one gonna be able to touch you but me." That's powerful, man. Right? Let me, matter of fact, show you that real quick. Go ahead, guy. Go ahead.
Shalom, shalom, sis.
Shalom, shalom. I got one for you too in Romans, man. Romans, let me show you. What is that? 9 and 17? I think it's 9 and 17. Let me show you that. Just talking about that. Watch this.
Yep, it is. I got you.
Yeah, down to 19. Down to 19, Bible.
19.
Yeah.
Got you. This is Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Salakia, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and on whom he will harden. Thou wilt say Salakia, thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?
Show me one person in the Bible that's done resisted the will of God. No one. Not even Pharaoh. When Pharaoh made up his mind to let the children of Israel go, the Lord said, "No, I'm going to harden your heart. You're going to keep them." Everyone is subjected under the Most High, man. Everyone. You're not going nowhere without it being dotted, signed on the line. People like to go to these banks, get contracts, get loans. Well, the Most High is the one that's got to sign it.
That's right.
And just to prove it, hey, let me get one more guy, and I'm going to turn it over to you, I promise. 2 Chronicles 20 and 6. That's my precept.
Shalom, Ben Yahoo.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
And a Yahoo in the chat.
2 Chronicles, get my precept to go right along with that. Real quick, Israel. 20 and verse 6. And I got his. I know you can let me get mine.
I got you.
You got me? Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
This is 2 Chronicles 20 and verse 6. And saith, O Yahweh, our power of our fathers, art not thou God in heaven? And rulest not thou over all the kingdoms of the heathen? And in thy hand is there not power and might, so that none is able to withstand thee?
So do you understand? All the nations, all the kingdoms, everything that's happening in the earth, he's over it.
Right.
Everything that's happening, he's over it all. Don't be surprised. Don't cut on the TV, man. Look what's happening in the world. Look at this, man. Get ready. They calling war. He's ruling the kingdoms of the heathen. That's what it just said.
That's right.
He's not panicking. He understands. He understands what? Position. This is the position I place him in.
That's right.
You know what the problem is? These other nations, these heathens that you hear them having power over, they do what they supposed to do. Israel, we the ones that need to learn how to do what we supposed to do for the Most High.
Oh, look, Bill had he made a pretty good point right here. He said, without position, there is no structure. The world learned this from the scripture. All praise the Most High.
All praise to the Most High.
Yeah,
It's a great point.
without
Okay.
position, there'll be no structure. There'll be no
That's right.
no hierarchy like his. But because we know that the Most High, he put structure in place in the beginning, and then he chose out of all the people, he chose Israel
That's right.
uh, to make them at the top. He put their position up here, and all to have all the other nations beneath them.
That's right. And that's the position. That's the covenant that he made with Israel.
Hmm.
Right? He didn't make a covenant with everybody else. Israel, your hierarchy. All these other nations, they're going to learn how to serve me through you. You're my
Hmm.
chosen nation. I've put you in position to be ruler. Just like we
That's
read
right.
here, where he said, I'm the ruler of all kingdoms of the heathen. He
That's
put us
right.
in position to be rulers. We're not supposed to subside and be along amongst them and walking with them and talking with them. We need to learn what our position is as a nation.
Right.
All these other nations, these heathens, they know exactly. Hey, guess what? Hey, we told you on that last time. Hitler, what about Hitler did his position well? Alexander the Freak, he did his position, colonized everything. Caesar Borgias with that Jesus image picture of him portraying
Mm.
our Messiah did his position well. To the point where people believed a lie rather than the truth.
Mm.
Because we don't know the position that we're supposed to be in as a
Mm.
people. So now we're just like Saul. We're just like the other nations of him. Hey, our glory, our crown has failed. It's gone.
Mm.
We look in the mirror, we don't even recognize ourselves no more at all. We got the word. Didn't Romans 15:4, Paul said, hey, it was the old times back in it was written for our learning. We can read the word of power and see what our forefathers and ancestors did and what position they. What about Matthias and his
Mm.
five sons?
Mm.
Have you ever read? Where is that at, King? Let's go to Maccabees. I think it's in the first Maccabees, King. First Maccabees. Let me get it. I think it's
Let's
first
see.
Maccabees.
Into.
Yeah, yeah. Let's read.
Yeah.
Let's go to 1 and 2. First Maccabees chapter 2, and let's start at verse 1 and 2, and let's kind of jump to 17 to 28, and then let's jump down to 32 to 60. Let's show
Okay.
them something real quick.
All right. This is First Maccabees chapter 2 from the top. In those days rose Matthias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Joarib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin.
Here's a priest, a Levite. Go ahead.
And he had 5 sons: Johanan, called Cadiz; Simon, called Thasus; Judas, who they called Maccabeus; Eleazar, called Averon; and Jonathan, whose surname is Aphas.
Just a real quick, Matthias is a priest. He's a Levite, right?
Mhm.
He's going to show you exactly the blasphemy that's going on within inside of Israel. Look at his position, how the Most High placed him. Listen to this, Israel, right? Let's go ahead and drop down to 17, Bible Sean. We'll read to 28.
Verse 17. Then answered the king's officers and said to Matthias, on this wise: Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren.
So you a strong man. You an honorable man, priest.
Mhm.
You and your sons to the brethren. Keep going.
Verse 18. Now therefore come thou first, and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, and the men of Judah also,
Mm.
and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou, Salakia, so shalt thou in thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards.
Isn't that not the American way today? Forget about the
Mm-mm-mm.
laws of the Most High God. come, get into this lustful act, all this folly, all this abomination before the Lord, and you're gonna have friends, you're gonna have money, you can have fame, you can have fortune. He's presenting this to one of the leaders of Israel. Now, how's he going to respond? He's going to respond the way that Israel shall respond today. Nothing's different. We should respond the exact same way. Keep going, Baba Shah.
Verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all the nations that are under the king's domain obey him, and fall away every one of his religions of their father, and give consent to his commandments,
Come on.
yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
Matthias said, all of y'all can follow him. All of y'all can consent to his belief and his religion. But as for me and my sons and my brethren, we keeping the covenant. We
That's
will
right.
not beckon unto that. We will not sell our souls as you see them doing it today. For fame, sell your soul. Here's Matthias saying, I'm not selling a thing at all. Go ahead, Baba Shah.
That kind of reminds me of
Go
that.
ahead.
As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord, right?
Joshua, I'll praise. Yeah.
Man. All right. We had some verses in the chat.
Oh, we got
We'll,
several.
yeah, we got a few of them here. Benny Yahoo dropped that
7.
Isaiah 45 and 17.
Okay,
I
Psalms.
can grab that one. Oh, you want me to get the Psalms? You got Isaiah?
I got Psalms. You gonna?
Oh, you got Psalms? I'll get Isaiah.
Okay.
All right. This is Isaiah 45 and verse 17. And it says, But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Kind.
That's
That's
right.
true. That's Israel, that world that he positioned to be a world from amongst worlds. That world that he gave his glory. That world that he loved so dearly, man. That he cast us. Hey, we his lot. We his heritage, man.
Mm-hmm.
No other nation has that. It's a shame that our people trying their best to give other nations that. The Most High don't want that at all, right? Mm-hmm. This is Psalms 147 in verse 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Hey,
That's
how you
right.
get around that and say the other people know how to serve him? They know how to keep his commandments. They know how to love him when he told you they don't even know the judgments. They don't know. I've not dealt with them. Can the Most High lie?
Lie.
He can't lie. No, he cannot.
Lie.
He told you, I ain't dealing with them. I'm dealing with you, Israel.
Hey, that remind me of that, like just when we were over in 148, the last verse in 148. He said in Psalms 148 and 14, he also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord. Kind.
Oh, you wanted 45 and 7. Okay. Salakia. He's wanting 45 and 7 read. Here we go. It's Isaiah 45 and 7, and it says, I form the light and create the darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So I, Yahweh, do all these things. Man, and he does. He does all these things. He puts us in these high positions.
Yeah, he does.
Man, he can bring us down low.
That's right.
Or the Lord can just do this. He can just throw his hands up and be like, you do you.
Yeah, see what you can do.
Did you want to continue in Second Maccabees?
Let's get back in there.
So First Maccabees, Salakia. First Maccabees, the second chapter, at verse 21. And it reads, it says, God forbid that we forsake these law. Salakia. God forbid that we forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion
Mm.
either on the right hand or the left.
Matthias said, we're not doing it. We're
Mhm.
not. He's speaking bold as a lion, man. Go ahead, guy.
That's right. Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all the sacrifice on the altar, which is at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to shew his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
Hey, man, he pounced on that wicked Israelite brother.
Mm,
Jumped on him. How dare you, man? We standing up here going against this idolatry, man, going against this devil, man, and you jump up here and do that, ran after him. Hey, I mean, you know, them
yeah.
Levites, I'm taking you clean out. No buts, ifs, ends about it. You're done.
Mm, that's right, man. Hey, that's how we should be attacking wickedness in our life. We should
That's
we
right.
like is we gotta rebuke it. We got literally like, hey, we ain't gonna do that. I want to go off. I want to do something that I
Mm,
shouldn't. I shouldn't. That's against the law. Nah.
no,
Mm-mm. Well,
no.
you want me to forsake the law of my
Mm,
fathers, the ordinances, the covenants that were given to us? Nah, I'm good.
can't do it.
Like
You
it.
can't do it.
Mm-mm. And you want to do it in the Lord's house? Nah.
No, gotta take you out.
Chop off with his head.
Yeah, cancer. You're spreading
Hmm.
through your spread. Gotta get rid of
Yeah,
it. Gotta cut you out.
that's exactly why there's a law about idolatry.
Kind.
Like it becomes a cancer.
That's right.
Like if they see you do it, they'll want to do it because he's seen it. It was proven. We saw the Egyptians do it. Soon as Moses left the sight, their eyesight, they went and made a golden calf.
Yep, sure did. They did. They sure
So
did.
Israel's no stranger to ready to just bend to the whim of whatever. Like we got to make sure that we stay firmly, I guess you would say, firmly grounded in the
Kind.
law and
Right.
in the prophets, so that we can see these things and we can learn from them,
That's right.
so that we don't become weak in the faith and lose
Kind.
our position.
Our praise to the Most High, man. On point, man. Beautiful lesson tonight. Our praises
Hmm.
be to the Father Abanawa, man. And his
All
precious he's my
praises.
shot the outshot. Come on, man.
God,
We're gonna
God.
go all the way down to 20, 27. Let's
28,
go. Yeah,
7,
28,
27.
28. Let's go to 28. 25,
Okay.
and then we're gonna drop to 32 and 60.
Okay.
Read it to 60.
Okay. This is verse 25. Also, the king's commissioner who repelled all Salakia, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down.
Mm,
Man.
that's power. He destroyed it. Not only that, he got the commissioner dude too. I'm getting 2 for 1. And I'm gonna pull this thing down, man.
Man,
Zealous.
man, that's
Matthias and his
beautiful.
son. Hey, we just getting started in this thing, man. Stay with
Hmm.
us, Israel, on this, man. You
Think
don't get
about
no more
that.
excitement than reading the Bible, man. I'm telling you, man. It gets you hot, man. Go ahead, guy.
Hmm. Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, he didn't only kill the Israelite that decided he was gonna go away from the law of the Lord. He killed the guy that told him to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you ain't telling nobody else to do this. And
Wow, wow.
anybody else got any strange ideas that want to do it too? That's for you too.
Yeah, yeah. Be a witness to
And you
this.
thought you're gonna have something to do it on,
Right,
then pushed it
right,
over, then broke it down.
right.
You ain't
Damn.
got nowhere to do it now.
Wow. That's powerful, man.
Man,
That's
that's
powerful. That don't
beautiful.
give you goosebumps. I don't know what will, man. You seeing a mighty act and a mighty movement by a man that was placed in a position that he running so well.
Mm,
The Lord could have had anybody else. No, Matthias, this your job. And them 5 sons you got, hey, get in position, man. We're going to
that's
show
right.
you tonight your position matters to the Most High God. Let's keep going about it.
Kind. Verse 26. Thus deal thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas unto Zambari, the son of Salmon.
Now, a lot of people probably don't know what Phineas did, right? So we would have to go to Numbers 25 to
Yep,
get it,
25.
right?
Yep.
We're gonna have to show you what he did. Why it says that he dealt zealously of the law of God, like he. Watch what this brother did with a javelin, in his hand, man.
Man, this was crazy. You wouldn't like that, but that just shows you how zealous he was
Yeah,
for the law
yeah.
of the Lord.
And that's how we gotta be, man. That's how we gotta
All
be.
right. So we got
You might as well
I
start.
can did
Start
you
at.
want me just
You want to start at one and just go on down, or
yeah,
you want to
down.
just?
Yeah, we can. Oh, let's to keep it short.
Okay.
We can start at 6.
Okay. Yeah. That'll work. Let's do that.
We can start at 6. And it said, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses,
Mm-hmm.
in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin and took a javelin in his hand.
Wow.
And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through.
Mm.
Mm. The man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. He ran after the
Mm-mm-mm.
man of Israel, an Israelite, right? Chased him into that tent. He's screaming, and everybody just watching, sitting there like not moving. He's screaming, "Y'all know this man about to kill me." Nobody jumped up to save him.
Yeah.
Not only was it him, but he got her as well. Real quick, Baba Kashak, can we drop down to 14 and 15?
14 to 15. Got you. This is number 25, 14. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of the chief house of the Semenites, the
Mm.
Simeonites, Salakia. In the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain with Cosbi, the daughter of Zur. He was the head over a people and of a chief house of Midian.
Hey, when you
Man,
do
that's
something,
crazy.
that's hey, when you go against the Most High, it's a losing battle, man. When you do wicked before the Lord, it's a losing battle.
That's right.
He took this Israelite brother out in his woman. He didn't
Right.
spare her. He's like, nah, you ain't getting spared. I'm everything that's in his tent getting rocked.
Right.
Everything, right? And that's why
Mhm.
it's so important that we understand. This Israelite brother didn't want to understand his position like Saul.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not listening, man. I'm gonna do it my way, man. I ain't
Right.
gotta listen. Stubborn.
I just had a thought. It's so funny is that if you think about this, the Midianites they come from Abraham, right? Because his son was Midian.
Right.
Midian was the son of Abraham, and it just made me think of because everybody be like, "Oh, we're the like his if we're like his if you be Christ, you're of Abraham's seed." But we can see that didn't mean nothing here.
Nah,
Being Abraham's seed doesn't mean anything.
hey, that's a great point.
It don't mean anything to the to the to the point of it meaning well if you were a bloodline child of Abraham, because we know that the blessing went to Isaac.
Isaac. That's right. Kind.
Like, so that just gave me to another. That just left me kind of to another point that this mid because the Midianites went off and they were worshiping Baal.
Bring
I
that
think
to
the
us.
Midianites.
Bring that.
I think they were. I think they were. They were bringing. I think they were. The Midianites were. Uh, they were following after Baal, and that's why they weren't supposed to come near us. And we already know they like we had many nations that weren't supposed to be that weren't supposed to be near us, and the Israelites aren't supposed to mingle really with any other nation.
No, that's right. Kind.
But
Kind. Beautiful. Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful
I
point,
just
man.
wanted to bring that little piece
Yeah.
onto it so people
Yeah.
understand the context of why, like why did she get killed? Oh, she was a Midianitish woman and
Exactly.
she wasn't of Israel.
Hey, we just read it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no getting around that and saying, wait a minute, we're going to put our own philosophy in this thing, man. No, they're not getting around that. We're reading the word itself verbatim.
That's right.
We ain't adding to it or taking from it. We're just reading.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Christianity in these church, they don't do. We're going to actually take time to go prove every point. Precept upon precept, man, going everywhere like, hey, look, make it make sense. Right? As it's coming out tonight and showing you how important that we keep the position. Like David, like Moses, like Matthias, like all the rest of them. They left prime examples. If you know anything about the Most High, he never changes. So if he expected them to do it, he's expecting you.
That's right.
We almost there, Israel. Let's go ahead. We got to go to 28, then we're going to drop to 32 and read to 60. We almost there. I got a couple of more.
Verse 28. Oh,
20,
First Maccabees 2 and 28.
Go to 27, Baba Shah.
27. Oh, it's a lot. Verse 27. And Mattathias cried with throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that were Salakia, and left all that ever they had in the city.
In order for you to keep the covenant and keep the law of the Most High God, you're going to have to leave the things that you are clinging to in life. Matthias and his sons, they left everything. A lot of folks think that they can come and serve the Most High by hanging on to things, man. You cannot. That's why Matthias said, who is zealous for the law, follow me. My position is to guide God's people back to him by telling them, keep the law, right? Let's drop down to 32, Baba Shah. We're going to read the 60 real quick. Break this thing down for you to show you other mighty men in the Bible and what positions they did. You probably never read this before, but it's here. Let's read.
Verse 32. They pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day.
We're not breaking it. We're going to keep it. Keep going.
So then they gave them to the battle with all speed. Howbeit, they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the palace, Salakia, stopped the place where they laid hid, but said, let us die in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify for us, that ye put us to death wrongfully. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them with their wives and children and their cattle, and the number of 1,000 people.
Wow. Wow. Hey, that's history, man. Look what they did. Because we wouldn't obey and hearken unto their king and what he was saying to do. Make your God angry. Serve me. And if you don't, we're killing your wives. We're killing your children. Over 1,000 some people. But guess what, man? Matthias got a position that the Most High placed him in. He knew about this. And that's why he picked the right man for the position. Right? Watch this, Israel. Go ahead, guy.
That's right. Verse 39. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood thereof, they mourned for them right sore. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives in laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him. Neither will we die all as our brethren that they were murdered in the secret places.
You coming to break the law that he made a
Mm,
sign between the Israelites and him, and you're
that's
coming
crazy.
to battle.
Mm,
And brethren is to a point of concern, like, wait a minute, man. They already done killed down there. Here's Matthias saying, hey, hold on for a minute. If they're coming to war on our day, on our Shabbat and everything, we got to stand up and fight this, man.
mm-hmm.
We got to be zealous for the law. They want to break it. We're not breaking the law.
Mm,
They hate the God that we serve.
mm-hmm.
But if they come, we will stand up against them, whether it be
Right.
1,000 or 10 or few. We must be zealous for the law even until death. We're going somewhere with this. You got something on that, Bible Shah?
Oh no.
Come on.
Yeah,
Let's go
we'll
ahead.
go. We'll continue on. This is verse 41. At that time, therefore they decreed, saying, "Oh, Salakia, 42, verse 42. Then came there unto him a company of, what's that?
Assiduous.
Assyrians.
Right.
There we go. Who were mighty men of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the law." Whew.
Woo! Cause of
Mm,
backup.
voluntary. So nobody had to twist their arm to keep the law.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You
Nobody
don't
had to
get
beg them
it at
in the
all.
streets. Hey, we gotta
Uh-uh.
keep the law.
Woo!
Hey, that goes into
Voluntarily
that
voted.
showing the Lord. Hey,
Right.
that goes into that. That just shows proof that what John said, like is, and they're not grievous.
Mm-hmm. Time.
Them people.
Time.
Why would you volunteer for something that was hard to do?
Man, man, man. Right, right.
Man, they voluntarily devoted unto the law.
Definitely. Look at that.
Man,
Man, means something.
hmm man. That goes into that point where the people be like they want to tell you that the law that the law held us back like
Yeah, it
is and
wasn't good
kept
enough.
us from doing stuff like is, but these people did this. They devoted their life to keeping the
Yes,
law.
they did. Yes, they did. It wasn't in
Verse
vain.
mm-mm. Verse 43. Also, all they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them and were a stay unto them.
Gave them confidence. They turned around, stopped running, was like, look, wait a minute, who is this? If they can do it, hell, we can do it.
Ah, kind. 44. So they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger and wicked men in their wrath. But the rest fled to the heathen for succor
Mm,
or for help. Man, that's crazy. Again, we they think we're mean. Like when we're out in the streets yelling at people to tell them to turn back to the Most High. Imagine if they ran into these
right,
brothers
right,
that were zealous of the law.
right,
They
right.
said they smote sinful men.
Had a chance, didn't have a chance.
Yeah, man,
Right.
that's crazy. They smote them.
And then,
Bert-
hey, and you look and it says the rest of them ran to the heathen for help.
yep,
Is that not what going on today?
yep,
How people run to the heathen for help?
yep.
That's where I'm gonna go get my help from. I'm not gonna run to the God of Israel, like the Bible tells us he's the God of Israel. I'm gonna run to the heathen and get my
Mm,
help.
mm,
That's
mm.
crazy. Against your own people, you will sell them out just so you can be satisfied with a heathen.
Mm. I
Hey,
like
on
that.
Judgment Day, I hate to be on that opposite end. I really do.
Kind.
Right? Let's keep going, Bible Shot.
Verse 45. Then Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars. And we heard that before, right?
Uh-huh.
And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly.
Mm-hmm.
They pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles
Mm-hmm.
and out of the hand of kings, neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
Sinner cannot triumph. Wickedness is not going to triumph, man. It's not. They took this from the Gentiles. You got something that don't belong to you.
Right.
What you have is out of place. It's supposed to be in my possession. That's why Matthias and all of them here, we come to get that right back. That belonged to us.
Yeah. Like it said, that was given to us belonged to us and our seed forever.
That's right.
And our children forever.
Kind.
That's right. Verse 49. Now, when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now have pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction, in the time, Salakia, in the wrath of indignation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Listen to this father, man, who's on his deathbed and telling his children, you got to remember the covenant of your forefathers. I'm about to be going out, taken out. My last words, I want you to remember, you got to be zealous for the law. You got to know that that law was given to you because the Most High placed Israel in the position to receive that law. And
Man,
watch what he tells them on down the line, right?
That's beautiful. It says, verse 51, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor in an everlasting name.
Mm-hmm.
Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation? And it was imputed unto him for righteousness.
Was not Abram name changed to Abraham for a reason? Because it means what? Unused. It means prosperous. It means that, through him, the Lord was going to make him a father of many nations. He put him in position for that, right? Here is Matthias remembering what his forefather has done, because in these schools, in these institutions, in these universities, in the government, they teach us not to remember what our forefathers and ancestors have done. They teach us, no, you don't need to know that. Here is Matthias telling them, he's the father. I'm enlightening you of what was taught and passed down to me. Now I'm doing you the same way. Keep going, Bible.
Verse 53, Joseph in the time of his distress kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt.
A lot of people think that his brothers was the ones that sold him. The Lord was the one that placed him there. The Lord told you, I preserved your life because I needed you to preserve and save the life of your family, of the nation of Israel. I'm sending you here to protect you what's coming. Because remember, once the Most High already say it, everything got to go and play and do it. It can't stop in the middle of it and say, no, I'm famine, I'm not coming. It's done. So he knew it was already done. He already spoken and said it. So now he got to, oh man, let me go ahead and get him moved real quick so when it's hit, it won't destroy the children of Israel. I got to preserve their life, right? Keep going.
That's right. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood.
We just told you of Phineas and his father's Eleazar. And Eleazar is the son of the priest Aaron. We just showed you what he did in Numbers 25, how he took the javelin. You want to be wicked? I chased the man around the tent. He ran inside. All they heard was a moan. And that was it. Right? The Lord don't play when it comes to wickedness at all. Right? Here is Matthias remembering. Hey, Ezra, you know how important it is to remember? It has to be important if Matthias remembers.
Right.
It's to help encourage us. It's to help to strengthen us.
That's right.
When we in this position to know, man, let me see what my forefather did. Let me see what my foremother done. So I can mimic the same thing, because the same power that delivered them and rescued them is operatable today. It's here. Lord ain't going nowhere. Most High said, I'm still here. Just because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing doesn't mean that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Matthias is giving you a rundown. Remember how the Lord delivered them and used them. Because now you can hold the Lord today. You remember what you did, Abraham, Joseph, Phoenix, and all them, Lord? You remember all them? He like, yeah, do the same thing to me, Lord. Do the same thing. And the Lord said, I got you. But you're going to have to do what they did.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lack in this area. We almost there. Come on. So you got something on that, Bob? So you want to keep going?
No, we keep going. I got something on this. Verse 55. Jesus, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Now, and you know where I'm going with that. And that just shows you, like, it's the difference of the translations of the word. Because we know this isn't talking about Yahushua
No.
of Nazareth. This is talking about Yahushua of none,
Yeah.
right? This is talking about Joshua. That's why you know. That's how you know that it's this is a Greek rendition of the name Joshua.
Right.
Because that Jesus is Jesus, and that's Joshua in the Greek. So
Right.
yeah, so that's how they got Jesus. So it's not talking about Yahweh Shai Mashiach. This is talking about Joshua of Nun.
Right. Kind. Beautiful point. Way to bring that out, man, and address that to our people, man, so they won't be confused about that. Looking at that, like, wait a minute, something don't look right. It just don't look right. Sound right, right?
Yeah.
So
Don't tell a Christian.
hey, and this is why it's important also to understand this is the Greek captivity right here in the Apocrypha. You don't know what's going on in the New Testament unless you read this, right? Beautiful.
They call it the intertestamental period. Okay, that's what happened between her, the whole captivity. They don't even teach you that in they don't teach you that in church.
Not at all.
How the heck we get to the Romans?
How?
Just Romans came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they like it just poof, like they say about a meteorite. It hit and it just made her. Y'all, man, stop with the Father.
Kind. Verse 56. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land.
Didn't he get it? He wasn't scared of them giants. Let's get them. Hey, when you know you got the Lord on your side, you ain't scared of nothing. You like, man, let's go. The Lord told us go get it. We're going to go get it.
That's right.
All praise. He got it. Go ahead, Baba Shah.
David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom.
Didn't we go through this earlier? Didn't we speak about how God chose him in a position to have the throne, to take the seat, to be the king of Israel? And here is Matthias saying the exact same thing.
That's right.
That's why this thing's so beautiful, like a puzzle. You put it together, you get to see the full picture, man. Right?
That's right.
Go ahead, Baba Shah.
Verse 58, Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven.
Hey, y'all know the story about Elijah, man, taking on 500 false prophets. Man stood his ground, man. Prayed until the Lord had that fire fall, man.
I just got through reading that.
Man, speak on that a little bit, Baba Shah.
Man, that was beautiful because Obadiah was chilling. Obadiah was out hiding the other prophets in the mountains and feeding them. And then here comes Elijah out of nowhere and said, hey, find the king and tell him I'm on my way. Obadiah's like, yeah, I can't go. He's killing prophets right now. And if I go, he's gonna kill me. And that message probably ain't gonna make it there. He gonna know you coming. He said, and he looked at him and said, tell him I'm coming.
Wow.
Obadiah went there and told the king, and he said, yeah. He said, yeah, he coming. And then he went out to meet him. And then those prophets went out. Then he had the prophets of Baal out there. They were out there trying to talk about oh, this is our God now. He's like, nah. He said, the Lord, he said, choose this day if you're gonna choose the Lord of Baal. He said, hey, let's do this. I'm gonna take a heifer. You take a heifer. We're gonna cut it up. We're gonna put it on the altar, and we'll see whose God's gonna burn it up with fire. They sat there. They were from morning to noon, and then from the noon to the evening, they were up there dancing around. like he's like, and then he taunted them the whole
Yeah.
time. Oh, yeah, is your God? Is he on a vacation?
Hey, cut yourself.
Maybe he can't hear really well.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe he just sleeping. That's what it is. He went on pre-adventure. He done went to a far land.
Wow.
He can't hear you. He just taunting them, and they sitting there like he said. He's like they got vicious and like started cutting themselves and
Yeah.
bleeding all everywhere, and he still didn't show up. And
Yeah.
then he went over there and told them, "Hey, give me about 5 gallons of water."
Mhm.
He poured it on he put it in he made a pit around the altar, filled that up, then splashed it all over the wood, and
Man.
then splashed it all over everything again. And then he asked the Lord, he said, Lord, show him your power. He
Wow.
said, and then a pillar came down and incinerated even the dust.
Man.
Even the dust of the ground, evaporated the water, toasted that, and then at that time they had to be like, "Hey, that's our Lord. He's our God for real, for real." And then they killed the prophets. Then they killed the
Man.
prophets of Baal. They ran them through.
They try to run. He said, "Where you going?" He get them all.
Yeah, he did. He got them.
Yeah.
That and you get a chance, read that.
Yeah.
Man, that's powerful. That's
Mighty
powerful.
book. Mighty book. Our praises, man,
Hmm.
to the Most High God, man. And you understand, Elijah knew his position.
Hmm.
When he threw that water on there, see, you don't know my God like I know him.
Hmm.
My God is not limitless. That's why I put that water on there. I wanted y'all to see this without the y'all was calling me names. And I said, watch the power of the Most High God. When they
Right.
see that fire fall, you can imagine 500 of them was talking about some time to go. They see, like he working with something, but we have no idea what's going. They try to run. He ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
they did.
And he got every last one of them. Know your position.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah knew his. Go ahead, Baba Shah.
Verse 59. Ananias, Azariah, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame.
What about those Hebrew boys, man? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, they knew even in their position that if it calls for them to die, they were willfully ready. Hey,
Yeah.
they didn't make no excuses. They didn't complain. They said, hey, this is the will of the Most High God, that we're going to go and we're going to die because we refuse to bow down. We
That's right.
refuse to worship that. We're going to die for these laws. We're going to be zealous for these laws, man.
That's right.
And them boys were thrown in there.
That's
But
right.
you want to know something, Israel? That was a fourth one in there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Even the king looked and said, I thought we threw 3. Why
He
is
like his. Like, what the heck?
Winners? What?
Who is that? Look
Who is
at
that?
looks like the Son of Man in there with him. Man,
That gave me chills, man. That gave me chills, man. Because a lot of us, a lot of us won't even allow ourselves to get to that point because we're still afraid. We still have doubt. And we still have some trust issues. So what the Most High is saying, look, if they did it, I'm expecting the same thing. Stop trying to shorten me. Like when you go in these stores and you know you're getting short change, you like, hey, man, you short me a couple of dollars, man. No, I didn't. Yeah, look at my receipt. Most High, like, stop trying to shorten me by telling me, well, I can't stop doing this because the Lord understands me. I still struggle with this because the Lord understands me. Right. They didn't do that. They said, look, this is what the Father has prepared us for, positioned us for. No one else can be thrown in his furnace. Anybody else, they even came close to it, would die because they was not built for this. We were created and built for this. That's why we're getting thrown in there. Nobody else.
That's right. Shoot, the people that try to they put the fire in there, they got toasted.
Did die.
They got toasted. Just coming too close to their own fire. Oh, and another point on this, I love how they preserve the Hebrew names for them.
Good point. Good
like
point.
Yeah, so you know this father, he knew his fathers, he knew his forefathers. When he was talking to his son, he's like, oh yeah, he didn't say Meshach and Abednego. Right. He didn't say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He didn't give them the Babylonian names.
Right.
He gave the Hebrew names to his Hebrew
That's right.
boys.
That's right.
Man, that's beautiful.
Beautiful point. Way to point that out. Glad you point that out.
And verse 60. Daniel, for his innocency was delivered from the mouth of lions. And
Mm.
thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome.
Y'all remember Daniel? Daniel
Hmm.
still carried that thing out. He didn't hide.
Hmm.
He didn't go somewhere, man, and say, no, he let him see him. He said, look, man, I love the Most High, and I will continue to pray 3 times a day. I will not stop that. That's my way to communicate to my Father. And they
Hmm.
threw him in the lion's den. The Lord has never failed his people, Israel. Daniel knew his position. Daniel knew, wait, what if that's something the Most High want? What if he want these lions to rip me apart? I'm willing to take that chance.
Hmm.
I'm not going to run and lie to him and say, no, I would not do that because I fear death. Daniel understands the Most High is over death.
Hmm. That's
Daniel
right.
put himself in position and say, hey, let's go. This is why I was created. This is the
That's
very
right.
purpose that I must live out. See, all these brothers that the Matthias spoke about and brought about is to teach us. So when we're going through what they going through, or if it's similar to that, and how the Lord brought them out, he'll do us as well.
Mm, that's right. He'll definitely do us as well.
That's right.
I,
He will.
shoot, I just thought about when I was talking about the Hebrew boys. They would like it when they got put in there. They said, "Hey, if we die, we die. But if the Lord save us, He save us." They
That's right.
didn't care.
Yeah.
They like it. They because they knew that the Most High was just, and however He made the situation come out,
Right.
they trusted. They trusted the Most High in the position that He put them in.
Kind. Kind.
Same
Kind.
thing, Daniel. Just like you were saying, just like Chief was bringing out, all of these people trusted in the Lord that He put them in that position for a reason.
Kind. That's right. That's right. Man, and I will say this is a beautiful lesson. Let me get this last precept,
Hmm.
and this will be it for tonight. Can we get Romans? I want to leave you with a final thought, Israel, on this Romans 8 and 28.
Okay, this is Romans 8 and 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose.
We told you about Moses, we told you about David, we told you about Matthias. All of them love God and they were called by God and they lived the purpose, their position, and carried it out for God.
Hmm.
So we got to learn, just like they did. We got to do the exact same thing, Israel. What is your position and why you're here? All these examples of our brothers and sisters, what they did for us, we need to heed that. If they
Yeah,
did it, hey, we got no handcuffs. We can do it now. We
that's
can do
right.
it. Learn your position and your calling in your life. I can't tell Hezekiah or, Jehu or Kenaniah what God called them for. They know
Okay.
that. They know their position. They hear his voice. They study. They fast. I can hear him for me. This is what you're going to do. And we must be obedient by keeping
That's
the
right.
commandments of the Most High God. I turn
Kind,
it over to
kind.
you, Baba Kashai.
Hey, that was a beautiful lesson. Hey, Israel, y'all need to go back, rewind this, listen to it, because it was beautiful, really beautiful lesson. Like he broke it down. Like if you didn't understand something, rewind it back,
Kind.
because I like it. I don't like his. I don't know how else it can be put. It was broke down. I don't think he broke that down to the atoms, the molecules of the of it. So it was broke down. So hey, that you got the milk. He took the meat, made it digestible for you.
Kind. Kind.
We just gotta learn. We gotta learn our position in Israel,
Kind.
regardless if it be all the way up the side. Whether you be the chief priest or you be a soldier or a
Right.
servant to the
Right.
Most High. Like it's we all have a position, and that goes into like when it makes me think about when it talks about the members of the body of Christ, right?
Mm.
It said how every member is different and they have their own part. How if there was like if everybody was the eye, where would be the hearing? But
Uh-huh.
if everybody was the ear, like is who would she be able to see? Like is everybody has a
That's right.
position to play. Everybody
Kind.
the heathen even have their part to play. Believe it or not, the heathen
That's true.
have their own part to play as well. As long and like it's in long as Israel continues to stand up and try to push the law, statutes, commandments, and wake up the people, our position is only gonna become even more elevated
Wow. Right.
until Yahweh
Right.
Shai comes back, puts us in our place, brings us back to the kingdom, relinquishes all power back to the Father, and He sits there as our King.
Kind. Kind.
And that
Kind.
in our position, like it's and that's the position that we will be, because we know that, like it said, like Paul said, I have you know that like is that the head of the woman is the man, the head of the man is Christ, and the head of Christ is God.
That's right. Kind.
All different
Important.
positions, all important.
Different. Hey, way to hit that on the hammer on the nail, guy. That closure
Yeah.
right there, man. That's a beautiful point that you just brought out, man. I didn't even see it like that, but you brought that thing out right there. That's a spirit, man. That's
Yep,
beautiful.
that's just the spirit. All praises
Different
to the
position.
Most High.
That's right. That's right. All praises,
Yep,
man.
we gotta be in our positions. All right. Did you
Hey,
have anything else?
that's it on this end, there, guy. So
Okay. Okay. Well, oh, Benny has something right here. He put in Romans 12 and 4. I'll grab it real quick.
okay.
Oh, there you go. That's it. That's it. Romans 12 and 4. For as For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. And
Right.
that's true.
That's true.
Like this, we all don't have the same position. I might like this. The most high might call me to be a teacher. Like it, but he doesn't mean he called you to be a teacher.
Right.
He may want you to serve in a different capacity
Mm-hmm.
under different leadership or under the leadership of a different camp.
Right.
Like
Right.
yes, but we're all a part of the body of Christ,
That's right. That's
and
right.
we all submit to the Father.
Kind.
All of us, even Christ submits to the Father.
That's right. Beautiful.
Like it's all we all have our position. We all have our position for real.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
also, just an announcement for those who didn't get to keep Passover
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the day. This is the second month, and there will be a second Passover this month. We will not be holding a second Passover as a camp, but say that you want to keep the Passover. Roll okay, check in our archives, go to our videos. You can check out the Passover lesson, and you can just listen to the lesson. And then when we bring up the Seder meal, you just have your Seder meal. So you make sure you got to have your bitter herb, like you can have like it's I've heard people even having dandelion greens
Mm.
for that. So you don't have to have horseradish. Like yes, we do it because it's really harsh and it helps us remember the bitterness of our captivity.
Kind.
That's what the bitter herb is for. Like yes, have your unleavened bread. Like yes, you're gonna make sure you have that for 7 days. It's gonna be until the 21st day of the Hebrew month, not the 21st day on the calendar on the
Right.
Gregorian calendar, but the
Yeah.
21st day at even is the last day for you to have your feast of unleavened bread. So it'll be from this weekend. It'll be from the 10th on our calendar to basically let me double check.
Yeah. Can
What's
you?
the weekend after? So it'll be from the 10th to the 17th.
Okay. And if they need to, they can go to the channel to look at the schedule,
Kind,
the
kind,
calendar, the calendar.
definitely. You can look at the calendar on there.
Yeah.
Uh, But other than that, I can't think of anything else to pass on.
I think
Um,
we covered it. I think we covered it.
okay, all right then.
That's it.
If that's it, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna close this out with Isaiah 61 and 3. This is Isaiah 61:3, and it reads, "To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be trees of righteousness,
Kind,
the planting of the Lord,
kind.
that he might be glorified." All
That
praises to
he,
the Most High Yahweh,
our
Ba'Shem
praises.
Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
Hey, learn your position, Israel.
Learn your
Learn
position,
your
Israel.
position. Huh?
Uh, oh,
Kind,
before, and we got one more. Like it last minute, Kobe got the buzzer beater right here. Proverbs 60:33. It says, "We toss the coin, but it is the Lord who controls the decision." Like it's because that's what it is. He's the one that gives us our position.
right. That's right. On point.
Yep. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, highlight that, Israel. Highlight that in
Highlight
your
it.
Bible. And with that, I'm Hezekiah the servant.
And I'm Chief Yamea.
When trees of righteousness, Shalom.
Shalom.